So submarine, what is a submarine? Under the water. So marine means like a water environment. So when you have a submarine, it's under the water. But what do submarines, what are they used for? So here is a submarine. And it's a special type of ship which can travel underwater. So remember, when this stuff is below, you have a marine, usually with water. And this is a ship that's in the water. And they have sometimes torpedoes that shoot. So they use these for war to fight. Alright? Got it? So submarine. Alright, so next one we have is submerge. What do you think submerge means? Merge. Undermerge. Submerge. Anyone guess? Like put together. Or is it a new one? Alright, so submerge. Anyone guess what submerge means? Oh, you looked it up. So submerge means to put underwater, or to put under something. In this case, you have the water level right here, and you have above water and underwater, so you're submerging, like a frog. So you're submerging the frog underwater. Submerge. Right. Next one, sub-zero. So under zero, yeah, so zero what? Sub-zero. Right. Here's a hint. Think about temperature. What does 0 degrees mean? Like very cold, very hot? Very cold. So sub-zero can mean very, very cold. So sub-zero. When you say sub-zero, you usually mean temperature. So 0 degrees, like Fahrenheit or Celsius. So it's very cold. So sub-zero is very cold, like a cold place. Alright, next one, subspecies. What is a species? Yes, like an animal or a plant. There's many species. Like you think about monkeys, there's different types of monkeys. There's gorillas, there's apes, chimpanzees. So think about animals. So you have a species, there are many, many animals. There's a subspecies, is a small part. So like, you have gorillas. Here is a lowland gorilla. So they're a subspecies of a monkey. A special type. So these are subspecies. Yes, like a tiger and a cat. Like a house cat. What about subnormal? So you have normal, which is like good, right? Okay. But sub is right below, or not as good. So you have subnormal, which is not as normal as it should be. In this case, you can have someone that was really crazy, and has like crazy hair, has tattoos, or like piercings in ears. It's not very normal, right? So subnormal. Alright, next one we have subculture. What is, first of all, what is culture? So culture can be the behaviors, practices associated with a group of people. Like you can have Chinese culture or American culture. So these are cultures, but then within, let's just say within American culture, you have subcultures. Like you can have young people that form gangs that fight, right? So you have a small subculture of a larger culture or society. In America, we have people that are called hipsters. So hipsters, from where I come from, America, there's a lot of people called hipsters. These people dress really cool, eat different foods from different places, like international food. They talk about politics. They look really cool. They don't shave. But I don't know, they like them, but hipsters. are a subculture of Americans, or even other parts of the world. So last one we have subtropical. What is tropical? So the tropics. So this is our Earth, where we live, right? And in the middle, we have the equator. And so it's very hot in this zone, right? But then the subtropics would be here. It's not so hot, it's almost as hot, right? So it's just supposed to be hot, so subtropical, which can be almost like a jungle, but it's not as hot. So now I want you to use task B. There's 8 of these, and I want you to fill in the blanks with what I just talked about. With subtropical, subculture, subnormal, subspecies, sub-zero, and submerged, submarine, and subway. So I also have here the definition you need to check. So I'll give you 2 minutes to fill these in, and then we're going to go over them together. You guys have any questions for me? Dr. Meeting? So before we get to the answers, let's go through these one more time. Get to repeat after me. So let's go subway. Subway. One time. Subway. Subway. One time. Subway. Subway. Submarine. 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 Submerge. 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 Sub-zero. 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 Subspecies. 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 Subnormal. 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 Subculture. 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 Subtropical. 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 Alright, so let's go with number 1 here. It says she was taken to the hospital after being left in ICU for 45 minutes. So it tells you that she was under the water, it was very cold for a long time. So remember, submerged, that has to be under, submerged. But in this case, you have to say submerged with a D because it was past tense. So it happened before, that's why she's in the hospital. So past tense with a D, submerged. Now 2, social workers are interested in the violent length of London youth games. Subculture. So games. What are games in Chinese? What is it called? Games. Usually, remember I said like people that want to fight, they cause destruction, they're usually young people. Yeah, weapons. What are those called? Okay. So games are also a subculture in any society. They're just young deviants or bad acting young kids. So number 3 here, the blank died before she was spotted by the enemy aircraft. Anyone else get something different? So submarine. So my question is, why? So in here it says the submarine died before she was spotted by the enemy aircraft. Why did they say she? Who is the she talking about? The submarine. But why did they call a submarine she? So usually they will call like airplanes, or even like a submarine, they will give it personification to personify. Meaning that they will give something an object, a human property, or characteristic. And so, like a submarine, they call it a woman. It's like somebody can give it a name for like a ship. Have you think about the country China? You sometimes consider China a woman, your mother, yes? So you're personifying China as a woman. In the same case with this, you call the submarine a woman. So 4, there is a link from the bus station to the shopping center. So this connects two places, a subway. Then 5, you can adapt to the length temperatures of the Siberian winters. Sub-zero, very cold, winter. Sub-zero. So, people things that give it away are Siberia, which means like up near Russia, very cold in the winter, so very, very cold, sub-zero. Now 6, lake regions are cooler than equatorial regions. Subtropical. Remember I talked about in the middle here, the equator. And so this part is subtropical. Several other lengths of poles are found in the region. When we talk about